let's quickly go over all these goodies that washi tape shop sent me. And if you would like to see which ones these are and how they all look inside, and also join me for a quick plan with me. And if that's something that interests you, keep it right here. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. As you can see, we have a whole bunch of washi tapes, and if you want to pick up any of these, please use my code Priya10 for 10% off. And there is a special Black Friday sale happening, so all of those details can be found in the description. And let's quickly go over these. I'll take off the packaging and I will meet you right back. And this 3-roll washi set is the Auric Rose washi set. And I love that these are pre-cut. And these are the washi tapes and not the PET versions. And that's just the perfect material I love. And if you like the glossier finish to your tapes, you always have the option of picking the PET tape. And I like to keep the label inside one of the rolls because I can clearly make out that this is a set. And let's quickly go over these rolls. And I like to come and make sure I have a good view of all the stickers in here, because this is, I will show you the pre-cut version. And I love that the washi tape shop has started including the pre-cut option on the majority of their washi tapes or PET tapes. So this is, I took it out the wrong way, sorry. Yeah. So this is the Auric Rose, and can you see all the gorgeous, the gilded tapes, just stunning. And you do have all these until it starts repeating. So you have until here. And with all the different sizes, I think it's going to be an amazing set. And that is one of the bigger rolls. And let's go to the next one. I'm pretty sure these are all coordinated and the elements are going to be slightly more different, but in the same color family and the same design. So I think it will work really well together. And did you just see that? It comes off like so. And it's just a matter of peeling and sticking to your pages. And this is the next roll. And you have until here before it starts repeating. Again, I love all the details on here. Can you see that foil action? Absolutely stunning. I'm not sure how much it shows on camera, but it's just stunning in person. And these are all still available. And as of the time of filming, I'm not sure what else their Black Friday deals are going to be, but I'm sure they will knock it off the park because every year they have specials, and over a certain amount, they anyway have freebies that are included with every order. And this is, again, I'm not sure how well you can see, this is pre-cut for you. So these would make perfect Dutch doors. And you have until here. Again, just look at those details. Can you see? So this is where it starts. Not a whole lot, but I'm sure you go through quite a bit of repetitions with such a thick roll. So the that's the advantage. See the Auric Rose. So that is design number one. On to this one, which is the pre-cut Midnight Noel. So this would be more of the Christmassy kind of stickers. That's really pretty. Such a dreamy scene. And this is cut. Can you tell? And these are some ornaments, some wreaths, some bigger elements and components, and stunning scenes you can create with these. See? And you do have, let's see, yeah, you do have quite a bit of the design before there is a repetition. That's a lot. So until here, yeah, until here. So that is how much we have. Can you see? And that's a lot of elements. And I love that they have included sizes in here as well. It's really pretty. And this does not have to be entirely very Christmassy, even if you don't celebrate Christmas. I think all of these can be very well used. And the sizes in here are pretty matching with each other, so you can have proper Dutch doors. And all of these elements are pre-cut, which is even better. And that is the second roll, which is the Midnight Noel. Yes, that's a Midnight Noel. Onto the next tape, which is another holiday themed one. I like to make sure I take those few extra moments at the beginning because I do not want to damage these gorgeous designs. So this is the next one. Ooh, that's so adorable. And look at those designs. That's really pretty. Such gorgeous details as well. Can you see? And you have quite a bit of repetition, or quite a bit of the elements before the repetition, in fact. Look at those designs. I'm going to have a really hard time deciding on which I'm using first. This is so pretty, and this is the Holy Bloom. So this is the next washi set. Again, these are all pre-cut, so you can just peel and stick, kiss cut, really close cut on these elements. And this is so pretty. Love the details. I don't mind adding a Christmas spread too, especially with such stunning designs, you know. On to the next roll. We have a few more to go through. And this is going to be another holiday themed one, if you did not guess that by now. And this is the Fireside Tales. Not entirely holiday related, but there are elements in here. And you have, again, you can create winter scenes also after the holiday season is over. And of course, you have some of the holiday elements as well. Some outdoor sea scenes. Ooh, even the skiing and lots of fun activities you can do. Some cozy reading, gingerbread man. And yeah, you see how fun these can be. The cable car is here and the girl is here. You can have so much fun with these elements. Am I not right? This is so beautiful. And love all the details. Again, these are entirely pre-cut washi tape, so I love that feature. And the washi tape shop always has such fun goodies and such fun items, and they have other stationery other than just the stickers, the washi tape and the PET stickers, they do have journals, they have stamps, they have other elements which a stationery enthusiast like you and me would love. On to the next tape, and this is the Frozen World. Ooh, and do they know me well or what? Look at that. Wow. Look at that doggy. Such pretty scenes. And again, this is cut. This is the pre-cut one, but this is one scene. If you can see, this is one scene. This is another scene. So you can definitely build bigger scenes. You can have like a full resort, a ski slope, some beautiful outdoorsy scenes. Look at that. So many stunning images. So you have to go until here for the repetition to start. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 images, different illustrations which complement each other perfectly. And that is the Frozen World, which clearly has more bigger elements. These are pre-cut, again the washi tape versions. The PET sticker versions have a glossier finish, and this is the complementing tape for smaller elements, and this one is called, let's carefully remove the tape. As you can see, there are those smaller scenes which are always useful in completing small spaces, filling up the white spaces that sometimes we all end up with. So that is, let me just go through the name. This is the Crystal Garden. Look at that. Stunning winter scenes, outdoorsy scenes, and you do have some of the bigger elements. Again, this is one element and this is another one. So it is great for adding layers and dimension, especially when you create all those stunning scenes. And you can use this all winter. And let me see. Yeah, we are still not there with the images. This is all, yeah. Up until here, we have all these images, and we can have, again, the Frozen World complements perfectly with all these stickers. So these together would make perfect combos. You can always mix and match Christmas elements in here. You can mix some other elements which you can use to create beautiful scenes out of. And with such versatile stickers, I think it's a no-brainer. And it's such a creative idea to be combining all the different elements. And here's another tape you could combine with all of these wintry elements. So let's again use the tape, or the tweezer in fact, to carefully remove the tape. And this is the winter tide moments. And these are soft winter florals, and a few phrases and a few quotes, and lots of these pre-decorated alphas and numbers. And let me see, we started with the sticker, and yeah, it would end with this. So they had a similar one for the Halloween time, and it was so fun spelling out different words using all these alphabets. And these are pre-decorated, so nice and perfect for all those winter spreads. So let me know which ones you are picking up, and if you have already bought, and let me know how you like these newer tapes from the washi tape shop. So the loudest shout out to the washi tape shop team for reaching out and sending me all these goodies. And I'm super excited to dive right into all these amazing products. And please find all the details regarding the names and all that. You don't have to memorize anything. I will have all the details in the description. And this is a card that they always include with their order, and they have a code. And if you did not know, these are all individual stickers that you can peel and stick, and they change it with every season and with multiple releases. I think it's always a good idea to have something personalized as this, and you have all their socials for following them and get tons of inspiration. So now let's get to the plan with me. And can you guess which tapes I'm gonna use right away? Let me know in the comments. So this is currently the journal setup I have. The last one I did, the collab with Stephanie at Stephanie Happily Plans. And this is the one of the three tapes I have out, and this is the Holly Bloom. I think I mispronounced that earlier. And this has gorgeous holiday elements. And I think I will combine the three holiday themed ones because this is my journal I will be using for the month of December. And we have, yeah, some elements are just diving off the roll. And this will be the Midnight Noel. And just the fact that the elements are pre-cut makes life so much easier, if you ask me. Because earlier, the washi tape used to have these washi tape stickers, and they used to be all in a single wide format, and you would have to cut out the elements individually. So this is the next one. I will combine it with some of the elements from the other tapes. And there is a good mix of the sizes right there. And this was the setup. I did use some washi tape shop elements also here. As you can see, some of the Rose Sonata and the La Flor or something. I will have the names and the video linked in the description. And I'm using my clip from Journal Say, and that window, that peekaboo window that you saw in the earlier setup, along with the scissors, the tweezers are all from Journal Say. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off. And the journal, the B5 journal, is from Archer and Olive. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Archer and Olive, just like at Washi Tape Shop. And you have all these elements from the Fireside Tales also out. And I also have those lace washi, the Baroque lace washi from the Washi Tape Shop again, but I do not use them. And let's start with putting down a tree, and this girl can stand right next to it, putting the star on the tree. And let us see where we should have our first page. So I'm going for a horizontal Dutch door again this time, because I thought the elements had to be all visible from the front. So yeah, that looks good, but I think it's a bit too down, because I would love to have some of the elements overlap from the previous pages rather. And I'm moving the elements a bit up, and maybe I should have that girl a bit more to the center, maybe. That's why I thought I will move her. And yeah, that looks about good. It does give kind of a depth or a dimension also. And I would like to come and use that couch sitting right next to her, so that it can look like a proper scene with some of the elements from the other tapes. And yeah, that looks gorgeous. And the window could be in the far back of the room. It could be however you would want to imagine the scene. And this is the beauty of all these Dutch doors, right? You have so many elements, and you might want to, yeah, let's just put those holly branches right there. And you see how I use these three tapes interchangeably, and sometimes you do think that there is a lot of the roll that's rolled out, because I was wanting to check what elements would look best against each other. And this is, again, just using the different elements from the different tapes, and the ornaments are just perfect because I'm looking for smaller elements now. And when I spotted one of those windows, I thought, yeah, I think we can bring in a bigger element here. We will always have time for smaller window scenes elsewhere. So let's try and scoot that couch a bit. And we will try and move that leg to the front so that it can pretend as if the couch is behind where she was standing, and that looks good. Yeah, again, I have been wanting to do something similar, but I was looking for the correct elements, I guess. And I love when we can decorate with the elements we already have, especially with a Christmas theme. And we also have a few other ornaments which we could bring in later, but yeah, let us see. Let me know if you have picked up any of these. And don't forget to check out their Black Friday sales. All the special codes and the links will all be in the description, because my code is not stackable at Washi Tape Shop. But for Archer and Olive, as of the time of editing, their Black Friday deals or specials or exclusives have not been announced, so I don't have much of an idea. But they usually come out with doorbusters and special discounts and reduced prices, and their deals are usually amazing. You might want to keep an eye on how much you spend at each store, because I'm trying to help you save some money, and I'm not trying to push you to spend more. That's not the point. So that is our first Dutch door, and I think it came out really pretty. So just make sure that you are checking out all the sales, and I will have posts as soon as I get hold of any information, because I know Wrong will start their early Black Friday sales and deals and all that on the 21st, 9 a.m. Central. And if you are somebody new to Wrong, please consider shopping through my affiliate link. I'm not sure what the discount percentages are going to be, because they will have sales up to 70% off, is what I hear. I had been eyeing on their literary sensations, one of their latest products, the new products that they introduced. One of them was a scrapbooking kit, and I have my eyes on that sticker book, just the sticker book, and I am willing to pick up the digital version so that I can print it over and over again, and I get to play around with the sizing and all that, because my reading journal setup is in the works, and I'm still finalizing on what I want for next year, because in December my setup for 2026 series will be kicking off. So I will be having videos with lots of setup videos and the lineups and all that interesting stuff that we all enjoy checking out and watching as planners and journalers, we're always curious as to what others' lineups are and why they're doing it, because you may be still looking for options in your personal life. So, working on the back side of the first Dutch door, and yeah, I'm trying to make use of the space we have, because some of the shapes are a bit different, and usually you may not have elements that fit that space perfectly. So it is always a good idea to make sure that you accommodate the elements depending on what space is available for you. I tried you hanging those ornaments, but I don't think they're going to work. And that is, yeah, let's just bring one of those ornaments. I'm still not sure what elements would go behind the area where she is sitting, but we always have the option of moving things around. And you might think that these washi tape stickers are really fragile, but trust me, they're not. And you have some of these elements perfectly lined, and I think that came out okay, because you're not looking for perfection here, you look for bringing in those festive vibes. And this girl, I would love for her to stand right there. And yeah, she is trying to, yeah, she's picking her tree and she's walking. And there is, you could imagine there's a fireplace out in the wilderness, you know, when somebody is there. Yeah, so we have that girl. Yeah, let's scoot her a bit to the, yeah, that looks good. And that's very possible out in the wild. And we will also have other elements which we can combine. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Because I wanted that kitty to be seen from the front or when I turn the page. And these scenes are all really, really gorgeous, you know. So I'm trying to alternate between some of the bigger elements and some of the smaller elements, and I just do not want to see. Yeah, that looks good. That's spot on. I mean, that was just the perfect size of the element for that given space. And let us see. And that snowman can sit right there. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that's perfect. And we need something small to complete that scene. And that way I can go ahead and trim around all these elements. Yeah, that looks good. And how about another evergreen? Yeah, that's perfect. I'm not sure I want to have both the trees adjacent to each other. It's just a matter of layering the elements and trying and seeing what could look better. You know what I mean? Yeah, that can be there, and the evergreen can move up. So that will be a good scene. And let's have, yeah, maybe right there. Yeah, that looks good enough. And let me know in the comments if you guessed which tapes I was going to use before I started. And if you like such creative ideas, such creative things to try in your planners or journals, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and you also turn on the bell notification. And if you really like the video, please feel free to promote it. There are other ways of supporting your favorite creators lately. And I'm thinking of doing some special tiers right here on YouTube. Let me know if that's something that would interest you. And it would be similar to Patreon, but here on YouTube. And I would really like to see how you would like that, because there will be lots of new things that are coming, new videos that are coming. And currently, I'm thinking of starting with one tier and with obviously some unique perks. And let me know if that's something you would be interested in. And I can always go up from there. So I'm thinking of trying that out. And I'm also in the process of thinking or brainstorming rather for ideas for YouTube videos. And if you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I can definitely have that in mind. And if I can accommodate that, I will be more than happy to work on that. And please let me know, because I am very open to suggestions, and I like to be able to provide content that you would love to watch. So please let me know in the comments what you would love to see moving forward. And I also brought in some of the additional elements, some of the bigger elements from this roll. And of course, the tree can go there. And we have lots of these snow flurries that could always come in as filler elements. And she has some snowballs in her hand, so she is definitely out there in the snow. And we have the snowman. Yeah, I don't know if that is the right one, because, yeah, I don't think so. It doesn't look right. Yeah, so I'm taking off both of those, and I always end up with, if you have noticed, I end up with stickers on my palm when I'm working with spreads. Have you noticed that? And are you somebody who works in a similar way? And let's see if we can bring in this freebie, that's better, right? I'm not sure if the colors go well together here. Yeah, I don't want so many snowmen right there, right next to each other. And I will be adding these filler elements as and when required. But I think we should pick some other elements. And let me know if you have any experience with washi tape stickers, and what you like about them, because I used to be very intimidated by them, thinking that they're really fragile, it would tear very easily, and it's not repositionable, because once you put it down, you run the risk of tearing them, especially if you have a lot of moving things around. So I thought that was the case, but I was totally wrong. I tried some washi tape stickers from Amazon, and they used to be like a collection of whales and celestial themes. I think I still have a few. I can't seem to find them on Amazon lately, but I think I will try and link them if I can find anything similar. And I thought those were a good place to start. So I did, and I'm so glad I did because I am not hesitant to get hold of washi tape stickers. And yeah, she is right there. She is totally in the snowball playing with snow era. So I think she will be, yeah, she will be the good fit right there. And I like to keep it to different elements because it's how we bring in the dimension. Are you somebody who likes to experiment with bigger images like so? And next, for the next Dutch door, I think I will bring in this cable car, and you will see how I manage to fix that hanging in the middle of nowhere kind of situation. Yeah, so we will try and position it first, and then we will stick it down, making sure that it is exactly where we want. Yeah, and that looks good. So let us see. It could be she is moving into or skiing into a valley there. And let's now complete some of the additional space. And I wanted to make sure that I have this page before I go and finish off the Dutch doors on the right page. So that would be one, two, three Dutch doors. And the last page filled with all the fillers for all the white space. And we do have some winter wear, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that space will be good. Yeah. And let's see. So you see how I'm trying to kind of layer some of those elements, but I'm not sure we have the space in there. Yeah, I don't. Or, yeah, I think it can fit there. And I'm using my GyroCut Pro to make the Dutch doors, and you can see how easy it is. And I'm using these smaller scissors to cut off the page that is remaining. And that is, I think, a good place. And let us now come and finish off the back page of the last Dutch door that we just made. And let's have another outdoor scene here. And that is actually a good scene. The girl is looking inside, and the holiday lights are just there, and it's just not it's not overpowering enough to it does not scream Christmas or anything, but you can still make out that it is the holiday decor that is up inside that house, and that's all I want, right? And let us see. Let me know if you are somebody who combines elements like these, or do you just restrict yourself to one tape and then call it a day? Because with such amazing elements, as somebody who does not celebrate Christmas, I'm not particular that I have to have Christmas or holiday themes throughout the month, but I like to bring some of the festive cheer. And as somebody who loves winter, I thought this was a fun idea combining both. with just the enough touch of holiday cheer. But then I did not want to overpower it with too much holiday stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And if you celebrate Christmas, even you might get to a stage where you think, you know what? It's been back to back holiday themes. Why don't I just give it a break? And those times also happen in the lives of such folks. So I'm bringing this girl again, and I'm going with some filler elements, and that is going to be from another roll. And let's bring that fireplace again. The snowman can be there. In an imaginary world, the snowman does not get melted. So otherwise, I don't think this is a good idea. But in the stationary world, I think we are fine. And let's have some snow flurries. Let's throw in some stars as well after that. Yeah. Not a whole lot of flurries anyway. So I think throwing in the stars is always a good idea. And these clusters are just so useful because you can squeeze them in anywhere. And let us see. And this is, you can use the scrap elsewhere. Yeah. And I like that there is a good mix of the sizes and the elements also. And I love how beautifully this is coming together. And let us now see. Yeah, a bit of it is poking out, but that's fine. I think that's good. And we will also have some of those poinsettias, which are right next to the snowman. And we will also have another scene right next to that snowman. And I think that really does give it a bit more for depth and dimension, especially with the way it is positioned. You know, there is like a snowy forest, and there is always this window we can bring in, and you need not have those holly branches every time, and it just looks so well together. I really, really love how this is coming together. And sorry, this does go a bit longer than what I had anticipated, but I thought that including the same set of stickers, the unboxing and the plan with me, I think I should have it in one video. That's why I thought I will just do one video and then have multiples later. But I thought having one video with the unboxing and the plan with me is always a good idea. It might be a slightly longer one, but please stay with me. And I really love how pretty this came together. You must be thinking this is a lot of stickers, but this time, this is the month of December, and I don't have very many plans as of now. I'm not traveling anywhere, but I will have family, and so I think a bit less space in my journal is very doable. because I don't see myself spending a lot of time on my own, or yeah, just trying to reposition some of those hanging ornaments. And I think I will put that ornament first before I hang the stars. And I think that came together really well because I wanted that background or that page to be fully decked up and ready for the holidays. And that holly branch is really perfect there. And let's see, yeah, that can come in and complete that wreath because it was lacking something right there. And yeah, that looks like a proper wreath now. Very cheerful, screams holidays, and that's perfectly what I wanted. And this would be around the time of Christmas because I just have a few more pages and few more days worth of pages in my current B5 journal. And I'm still in the process of finalizing which journal I should use for the start of 2026 because I need three journals for a calendar year because I need one B5. I've been using the B5s lately, and for every 4 months, I need a journal because with 160 pages, where that's how much the Arch and Olive journals usually have pages, 192. So I have a good solid 40 pages per month, and that's really good. Even if I do Dutch doors and trim off some of the pages and the space, I think it's a great use for the B5 journals. And I'm still in the process of finalizing my journal lineup because Live Love Posh also came up with their journals, and now I'm still deciding what other journals I should have for my lineup. Let me know in the comments if you have picked yours and how many journals you will be using and what you will be using them for. Because I have a creative journal that I normally use, and I have a reading journal which will be the same thing as I have used for this year because I'm only halfway through the book. So the 2026 lineup will be coming soon. And once a year is done, then I will be having my completed 2025 reading journal, the complete flip through, and I will have my setups and all of that useful stuff will be coming. So as you can see, I'm trying to fill some of that white space right there so that we can finish off the spread. And I think that candy cane is just not needed there. It looks so out of place. So I'm switching that out for a few other things which I think will be better there. And no, the tree just is not perfect there. And that is again kind of like a hanging in midair kind of situation. And I'm not sure if I want that. What else? And there is always some other element that you had not thought about once you start looking through those rolls. So that is what I did, and I found this bow right there. And let's have a couple of the ornaments. Nah, it's just not what that space needs. And maybe a few of the stars, and let's throw it in multiple pages and multiple different areas so that it can just pull the spread together. You know what I mean? And that's enough stars. And what else? I honestly debated on using this Baroque lace washi, but I thought it would just overpower the whole scene we have going on, you see. It just did not make sense to me. And then I thought I want to trim it in half and use the half, but I don't know. And I even tried using the bottle green washi, the lace washi, but again, I thought it was just too much compared to all the other elements we have going on. So I went ahead and grabbed my Pixel Dash set, and I picked these three tapes, and I think that just tones down everything just with that black and white washi, and that is part of a set of washi tapes. So I think, yeah, yeah, I think that's good, right? And you can see me bring in those washi tapes in various places. Some are just not the entire pages, but I wanted something for that extra element, you know. Sometimes a pop of black is all you need to kind of balance everything. Do you agree? Just let me know in the comments, because sometimes I find that this is exactly what was lacking, and I think that is the same here as well. And let me know how you are liking this. Please make sure that you come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And I have lots of reels and pictures from even my YouTube era. And it's a lovely community to hang out with. So please check that out. All the information will be in the description. And I have other videos where I have done lots of things creative in planners and journals in various formats. And I have all those linked in the description. Please make sure that you check it out. And I'm using some eyeliners to go and make some basic boxes. And I will be adding some extra touch of going and adding some broken lines and some additional embellishments for the boxes, just so that it will pop a bit. And I could have added boxes, but I thought I will just keep it to simpler versions, because I did not want all of these elements, the beauty of all of these stickers, in fact, to get lost. So that is my Pentel gel pen, and I'm using the gray myliner. So you can find all the products I'm using linked in the description, including the gyro cut. And the gyro cut is the tool I use to cut around the Dutch doors, and it is always a great tool if you are somebody who does a lot of things crafty. And the GyroCut Pro is amazing because it can work with a lot of mediums. It can cut through a lot of mediums, and using it is a breeze. So I added some stitches here to the boxes and not the dotted lines, and adding some element of interest. And I'm going and finishing off the spread with some additional boxes for the last page. And even if it is not perfect, it is not straight, it is a bit wobbly, but you can just get away with it because that's a whole look you're going for. At least that's the case with me. I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm looking for those doodly kind of looks. And you can see I have switched out some of the designs here. And that is pretty much the whole spread. And I had to take a break. And when I came back, I thought that it needed some additional mediums. So I went with, can you guess what I will be bringing towards the end? And let's now add a couple of those candy canes just to line up that area. And we will also embellish some of the clusters here. Only some of them, I'm not decorating every one, but I think a few elements would look nice. And what else? And I think we can always have some additional elements there. Or let's just switch it for the hot chocolate. I like to think that it is hot chocolate, but you never know, right? Yeah, where would it go best? Yeah, I think it'll look better there. Yeah. And you can always keep adding more and more, but at some point you have to decide that you are going to stop. And I love those finishing touches sometimes because that is the one that really pulls the spread together. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. And going back to the other roll to see if there are any additional elements I can bring in. And I think, yeah, those mittens can be there and the sock also. Because sometimes when you start playing in the snow, you just take off all your accessories. And I think that was a good idea. Yeah, I think that's good. And sometimes I really feel like I should bring in some of those fillers, like these stars or those smaller components. You know what I mean? And this is the time I came back. And let's bring in the distress oxide. If you guessed distress oxides, you are right. Because I'm trying to bring in, I'm using my scrap piece of paper to give that extra set of inks, a small dab before I go in and add it to some selected areas. I'm not adding it to all the space, but I think a bit of that touch of blue to the outdoor scenes would make it look really, really dimensional, multi-dimensional. I think that really makes a difference. And not a whole lot, just a small touch and taking off some of that excess ink will really make sure that you have that good smooth glide over the pages. And I'm going with the inking just for the outdoor scenes. Just like so. You see how that makes a difference? And this is going to be another. Yeah, I think that girl near the ski slope definitely needs some ink near her. This, all of these girls are having fun outdoors, right? And I think it needs a tad bit more because a bit of the darker finish right there will take off some of the ink, and I would really like to blend it a bit more. And once I turn off the camera, then I do go back and blend the ink near the skiing girl. And I think that does make a difference. And I'm just going with the spread. And let me know how you like this. And don't forget to check out all the sales, deals, all of that good stuff down in the description. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.